Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here giving you an RU tier Pokemon Showdown battle. I'm pretty sure this is the first RU tier battle I've shown on this channel, so that's cool. I just want to be a little bit different instead of doing the OU I've done the past few days. Just let me know what you guys want. If you want to get like random battles, like random tiers, then yeah, totally, I'll be glad to do that. I'd like to apologize for uploading this a couple hours late today. Had a couple things today that made me upload a little bit later today. But nonetheless, I've got a great match for you today, quite the epic battle, and let's just go to that preview. So as you can see right away, we both have Hail teams, and well, I think that's pretty cool with RU. The thing is, there's a reason that Hail is RU, as Hail is not very strong. And the one thing that does make this epic though, you both see we have Stall Rain, and you know what Stall Rain does. So, in case you haven't noticed, this video is going to be fairly long, as it was quite the stallish match, but mostly at the end. Other than that, it was pretty cool, and the thing is though, I did make some mistakes that did extend the video longer than it probably should have went, but nonetheless, you can learn from my mistakes as I have as well. So let's go to that battle. So we go into Crustle right away because I want to get Hazards up, as that will definitely weaken his team. He goes for the Ice Beam with Stall Rain, as I go for the Stealth Rocks, and I feel that I might be able to preserve my Crustle for later, so I switch out to Cryogonal because I can definitely wall this thing. But it does go for the sub right away, and I kind of wanted to get a Toxic on it, but yeah, it's under a sub, I can't really do anything about it. I go into Clefable because I know I can wall Stall Rain very well, as I do have Magic Guard, of course. And he just goes for Ice Beam here, does some damage. My Clefable goes for the Seismic Toss, and he does have 404 HP. So, I will not be breaking the sub in one hit. And, well, let's just say that Stall Rain is definitely going to be stalling out for a while. He's going to keep going for Ice Beams and substitutes, and he's just going to stall my Clefable out to no end. But he does go into Druddigon for some reason here, and I just go for the Seismic Toss on the switch, and I'm kind of fearing any physical attack he has, but he just goes for the Stealth Rocks right away, and I brought in Crustle just so I could wall it fairly well. And now he's going to switch out into Poliwrath, but on the switch I'm just going to go for the Spikes, as I do want to add more pressure to his team. I don't think that his Poliwrath can do too much for me, so I'm just going to go for the Spikes here. And as I predicted, he goes for something that really doesn't hurt my team that much, or at least my Crustle. But now I go for the Spin, and he goes for the Circle Throw. I wasn't sure if the Spin was really worth it, seeing as I lost my Cryogonal really fast. I go for the Psychic here, that nearly takes out Poliwrath, but he goes for the Circle Throw, does a huge chunk, but he switches me into Snowbird, and it's funny because my Hail is what killed that Poliwrath. So now he goes into Cryogonal, and I decide I should go into Wall Rain, as I can wall Cryogonal to no end, although I was kind of scared of the Toxic, as I have Toxic on my Cryogonal. So I switch out to Jinx. And I just go for the Blizzard here, trying to do as much damage as possible as to something, and he does go for the Giga Drain here, doesn't do too much, and I'm just going to keep on Blizzarding until I can take this guy out. He goes for the Ice Shard, almost kills me, but he doesn't. He was kind of mad about that. And I just go for the Blizzard here to finish it off. So, now he goes into Druddigon. I'm fearing the Sucker Punch, so I switch out to Snowbird, just to sack it, really. And he goes for the Outrage, and that'll definitely take out my Snowbird after the second hit. So, now he's confused. He's able to switch out, which I kind of wanted him to have one more turn, so my Jinx would definitely kill it, but he does switch out here. I go for the Blizzard, and I do a huge chunk out of this Clefable. Has no chance of living the next one, and that's a dead Clefable. He goes into his Cryogonal here, and I'm pretty sure I can't take it out in one hit, so I'm just going to go into Clefable, and I'm going to wall it pretty well. I make a very dumb play here. I really should have went for the Wish. That way, my Clefable definitely could have survived another day, but no. And I realized that my Clefable is going to die soon, so I just switch out to Stall Rain to wall the Cryogonal quite well. He goes into his Druddigon again, and I just wanted to Toxic something. Well, I do get something Toxic, so that's great. I go for the Protect here just to stall out a little bit, get him to lose a bit more health. And on the switch, I believe I'm going to go into my Crustle, as I can definitely wall this Druddigon. Yes, I do. I want to get these Stealth Rocks up so I can add some pressure, even though his Cryogonal is still existent. Existing, I mean, of course. And I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock, as I want to damage his team with the hazards as much as possible, even though there's a chance his Cryogonal won't come in. He just goes for the Outrage, does a decent chunk, but it's no big deal. My Crustle goes down, and his Druddigon goes down as well. No big deal. Now here's where I realize something. The Stealth Rocks are on the field, and neither my Jinx or Clefable have enough health in order to survive Stealth Rock switch in. So that wish kind of mattered at the end, as I probably could have ended this battle a lot sooner. But as you're going to see, it's not going to end very soon. I set up a sub here really as I can just wall these guys for days, and Blizzard will do nothing to me. I'm just going to Toxic in case he switches out. But yeah, his Cryogonal is going to stay in for a little bit of time. It's just going to keep on using Blizzard. Nothing is really happening here. These are the kind of matches that stall reigns have against each other in real Hail teams, because you can't have a Hail team without stall reign. Stall reign is the reason Hail exists. So Cryogonal's still in here. It's taking a bit of toxic damage. He goes for the recovery here, just revealing he has a recover, but what Cryogonal doesn't have recover, really. Here, I wish I would have predicted this. I really do, but no. I go for the toxic in case I'm faster, but I'm not faster. I was like freaking out, like, maybe we both have the same amount of speed and I can just beat the speed tie. But no, he tells me later that he has max speed instead of any defense EVs, or at least he said he had speed investment. So here, I'm all nervous. I'm not paying attention. I went for the I go for the Surf here, because I just didn't realize I didn't have a sub. But he goes for the toxic and misses, and oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you how ecstatic I was, because that was insane. So when we were both revealed, I thought he was going to sub down, as he didn't want to stay in that situation where he may have lost from toxic and all that. So we both go for substitute, and we just can't do anything to each other. It's stall reign versus stall reign here. Nothing's really happening. I do have the Surf on this team for this kind of situation, as Surf has, I believe, 24 PP compared to Ice Beam having 16. So if it comes to a stall match between us, my Walrein will win. But he will use a little bit of strategy later involving Cryogonal, and you'll see that in a little bit. And he does have the speed investment for situations like this, just like I had the Surf for situations like this. So kind of interesting. You'll notice that my Surf takes out Walrein a lot faster than my Ice Beams, or his Ice Beams, are doing to me. And so we're both sitting here behind subs. We're just having at it, using all the moves we have. I really have no need to switch out in order to preserve my Walrein. But if he did happen to get the Toxic off eventually, and it's pretty close, like if he's in struggle range or close to struggle range, or he's toxic, I would be able to switch out a Clefable or Jinx, as that way, after taking some toxic damage, I could preserve my health a little bit, but you'll see, it won't need to come to that, as we just keep battling out. This is what stall reign does, guys. This is what stall reign does. I don't even know what to say, as, well, yeah, this guy knows his stall reign quite well. We're not able to hit each other, and, well, I thought this match was pretty epic, as we both had Hail teams. I needed to find something to upload today, and my Hail team needed to be shown some love, as it's definitely not the greatest team. I'm not going to use it a lot. If I face anything that has Stone Edge, really, I'm probably going to lose. It's definitely not an easy battle, as the only thing that's not weak to rocks is Clefable, and Clefable is a special wall, therefore not the greatest. So anyway, you'll notice that turn 60, Stallrains are just having at it, and he switches to Cryogonal. Not a big deal. This is where I thought that his strategy would work, as he would have me keep using moves and eventually go into a range where I'll have to struggle, and he can just switch back into Stallrain. I'm trying to predict when I can Toxic him, but it's not really working. This is one of the misplays I make, as I should have predicted when he goes in Stallrain. Like, that was so obvious there, and I go for the Protect. Like, yeah, it was not the best play, obviously. That just goes to show a note to any of you guys, if you're facing someone who's trying to recover stall you but they have a status ailment. Once it gets to a certain range, they're definitely going to switch out, as they want to preserve it. So, yeah, Toxic on switches more often. It's getting close to the end of the battle. You wouldn't think so, because of how stally this match is, but yes, it's going to end fairly soon. I don't know if the guy just ran out of moves, or he just didn't want to stay here and just keep going for the stall war. But you will see that eventually he will forfeit, as, well, he just said, like, good game, and that was really just it. You'll notice here, and a couple other times that I go for the substitute as he goes for the Ice Beam, I was seeing that every 4 to 5 Ice Beams that he takes out my substitute, so just to be safe, just about every 4 Ice Beams I do go for it, just in case so he doesn't Toxic Stall me. He goes for a couple of recovers here as I go for the Surf. I really thought that he'd be able to win this, as he's stalling out my Surfs very well. But you'll see after this turn to recover, and I'm trying to stall him out, he does forfeit here, which I guess that's a victory. I mean, I feel it could have gone on longer. So that was definitely an interesting battle in Anaximander. If you want your link in the description, please just let me know, I'll be glad to. So guys, thanks for watching. It was definitely an interesting match. Tell me what you think about Hail. I don't like it that much, but if you want me to improve on it, I'll be glad to. I now have more than 20 subscribers, so thanks guys. Thank you for wanting to watch my videos. I'll just keep putting them out as long as you want me to. So, like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.